Okay, so everyone, you can start your presentation. You have 5 minutes for the presentation and 5 minutes for the Q&A. Okay?
Okay.
Hold.
So hi everyone, our team is rejoined. So we are introducing a leg robotics trainer for the muscle training. So the problem in the society is that there are two problems regarding to the patients and the therapists. To the patients, there are estimated 100,000 of bedridden patients and long-term bed rest patients in 2020 in Hong Kong. And these situations of bedridden will lose 3% of the muscle mass in the leg within 7 days. And the consequence is it will increase the falling risk and decrease the mobility of the leg due to the strong stiffness. So another problem is about the therapist. The therapist in Hong Kong is limited with the limited resources of the manpower. So the exercise that therapists provide to the patient will be insufficient. And also the therapist doing this repetitive training to the patients will increase their risk of the injury of the patient, of the therapist. So we have a solution that providing this robotics training system to provide the muscle training force to the elderly. So there are two modes of this device. The first mode is the assistive force providing and the resistive force providing to the patient, these two modes. And the assistive force is providing active force to the patient's joint with a motor. So relieving the patient with problem of muscular dystrophy. And another mode of this device is to provide the resistive force. So the patients with needs OA can train up their muscles. And the benefit is that it can train up the muscles of the patient, increase the mobility, reduce the falling risk. So as a result, movement of the leg can also improve the blood circulation to relieve the joint stiffness and reduce the workload of the therapist. So this is the advantage of our device. And the features of our device have the 4 big features. The first one is it is an integrated training. So the device can provide assistive force and the resistive force at the same time at the same device. So it can adapt to different patient needs. Why? So another big interest of this device is it is a compact device so that electronics is integrated in the small box of the device and no external cables to interfere the patient's training. So the first features of the device is a small device and the lower price because the existing device is huge with a robotics arms holding the patient's leg and also a bicycle riding system for the patient. So this system is huge in the market. So we tend to develop a small device. And the final features of our device is the sensor. We have the gyroscope sensor that can monitor the joint angle of the patients and the range of motions of the patient. And amount of the exercise of the patients can be understood as well. So the therapist can long-term monitoring the patient's condition in different places. So the business mode is a business plan is like this. We have the business mode to cooperate with university, rehabilitation center, and the manufacturer. So we tend to selling different channels like B2B at first to the medical tech distributor, and distributor will help up to selling it to the rehabilitation center, elderly home, and the individuals in need. And afterwards, we will do the B2C sales when B2B is on track. So the market size is about 100 million, and we target on 5% of the market share. And the break-even point is about 300 units, and we hopefully can achieve this target in 2 years of the break-even point. So our team member is there are 3 engineers and a marketing background and a nursing background in our team. So that is our presentation. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, everyone, for your presentation. So we are now going to Q&A session. So may I invite the to ask some questions? Everyone, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear.
到第二队了是吗？还是第一队啊？没看前面。
Sorry. So for the other participants, please mute your audio. So we are now go to Q&A session. You can speak now.
I also want to see if you have market research, are there any other unlike technology or commercial product that you are trying to compare with? What is your
You mean the market research of the similar product, right? Yeah, actually, because the existing this with market research, because the existing market for this device is a new trend to develop a small device. So the existing device usually is a huge device with the on the floor. So like this bicycle machines, and another is the robotic arms that's holding the leg. And apart from this, the traditional surface of this type of surface is the therapist holding the leg of the patient. So it seldom have some similar type of the product in the market of this robotic skeleton.
your edge, the edge of your product is like
Actually, some network problem of just the sentence.
Oh, okay. So we can ask again.
So basically, is your product to be applied on the bed or for the patients to move around?
So actually, we can have 2 use cases. The first use case is on the back of the patient. So you can see this device in here. So the patients, right here is the back. So the patients can there is have the pillow of the for the patient to put around the upper leg of the patient. So the patients can but this trailing device can help the patient to move their joints. So another use case is the chair. So the chair can so the chair in the patient, the chair can so the patients can use this device in this mode. So the chair yeah, so 2 more of the use case.
How will this help the caretaker or the nursing industry?
What estimate of the nursing background?
Sorry, can you ask again?
Okay, yeah.
Well, for the device, I think that since we are very busy in the hospital, we need to deal with the different kinds of patients. So if the device can apply in the hospital, I think that it can lower the manpower of the nurse, so we can improve our quality in serving the patients. So I think it really helps.
So when you're operating this device, do you need any nurse or technician to monitor the whole operation, or the patient can use it by themselves?
So the patients can use it by themselves, but the initial setup to put the device into the patient's leg is done by the therapist or the nurse. So a device, yeah, actually is this setup.
So, okay, everyone, thank you for your answers. So please mute your audio now. Okay, we will publish the results online later.
Okay.
Okay. So I think I need to introduce the rules again. So for all the participants, please know that only the picked participants can present their ideas. So we will invite presenter to unmute their audio first, and they can start their presentation. So for the other participants, please mute your audio. Okay, just let me know if you have questions in the chat room. Okay, thank you. So may I invite the next presenter, which is from the team Techathon. The team lead will be Chen Yikai. So are you here? Hello, Chen Yikai, are you here?
Yes.
Yes, so okay, can you hear us clearly?
Yes, yes.
Yes, so please share your presentation deck to us. And please open your camera. Yes, also, Ms. Champ, can you open your camera to us?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So, okay, you have 5 minutes for the presentation and 5 minutes for the Q&A session. So you can start when you're ready. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. This is Chevtech, where chev is for chevelure in French, which means thick hair. Hair loss is not lethal, but a significant health problem relating to appearance, which is well concerned by contemporary young people and also elder ones. It may induce bewilderment and strain in hair loss patients, and thus give rise to depression and a lack of confidence. That's where our motivation derived, and we desire to find the most appropriate solution to address the most common hair loss type, androgenic alopecia, which for short is AGA. Our vision is to be the #1 seller in Asian anti-baldness market, and we are committed to rescue people out of hair loss more easily. Besides, our value proposition is chevelure's rebirth in a natural, efficient, and domestic way. The anti-hair loss market size in China is considerable. According to the data from the internet, about 250 million Chinese suffer from hair loss. And since the baldness population is still increasing, the market potential value is really substantial with over 400 billion yuan. Furthermore, among the baldness people, the proportion of young generation is increasing due to heavy life pressure. With the reason that young people are likely to be attracted by new technology, we make them one of our target customer groups. The other customer group is a middle-age group. They are still the majority in the market with high demand of anti-hair loss product. Sorry. We utilize the unique properties of adipose stem cells and favorable growth factors or cytokines secreted by stem cells for hair loss therapeutics. Adipose stem cells constituent extract was hence born by stem cell manufacturing and ADSCE purification. Besides, absorption efficiency is a non-negligible step, and hence we created an introduction massage comb which possesses easy to use and ergonomic design properties to enhance penetration of effective ingredients. Here is our adipose stem cell constituent extract. According to the experimental results, it showed higher efficacy of hair regrowth in 16 weeks than minoxidil and finasteride without severe side effects. Since it has went through hull purification and microfiltration, the particles are small enough to penetrate scalps. We also adopt glass tubes as a container due to consideration of contamination. We'll make plans of recycling these tubes for second use to lessen contamination. Another part of our product is this introduction massage cup. It's well designed to reduce the waste of agents. Compared with a high cell massage cup, its contact surface with rolling ball is curving instead of flat to create a larger functioning area, and the vibrating air pillow instead of a hard one can facilitate blood microcirculation more pleasingly. Additionally, it's also equipped with a cartridge for agent tubes to provide a more convenient and precise dosage application. As for our social impact, hair loss often raises appearance anxiety, which is hot spotted nowadays. It may result in significant mental issues such as depression, inconfidence, sense of insecurity, or even hormonal disorders. So Techathon is striving to booster hair growth, alleviating serious appearance anxiety in society. The combination of ADSCE and the introduction massage comb shows promise to bring about a visible improvement in both appearance and life quality in a safer and more efficient way. Who live under heavy work or study pressure. Since we are still a startup business, we will outsource the production to partners Long Life, which specializes in stem cells, and co-manufacturers in Guangdong. Next, we will sell our products online and partner with barbershops and hair salons for offline experience, which attracts customers from different ages. At last, Techathon would collect and recycle the glass tubes for future uses. Now we come to marketing and sales strategy. As for the promotion part, we will mainly use 3 methods. Physical ads in metro station, cooperating with famous bloggers or vloggers, and well, we can get exposure to business customers. The revenue model we use is called transactional revenue model. The revenue is generated by directly selling an item or service to a customer.
And the time is up. So we are going to the Q&A session.
Okay.
This is Josephine from Science Class. I got a question.
I'm sorry, your voice is a little.
This is Josephine from Science Class. Can you hear me now?
Still not very clear.
Okay, so can you?
If the course wavering or the internet is not that smooth.
Hello, Ms. Chen, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I try to repeat my question. And hair loss has been an issue for over the past few decades, and there are tons of hair loss solutions in the market. Can you tell me one or two niches of your technology that can convince the current customer to switch to your solution?
Like according to our experimental results, we can conclude that our agent is natural and much safer compared to a high cell product like minoxidil, which has side effects, and the hair transplantation, which is painful and much more expensive. And our product has been approved to be more efficient, and at the same time, we estimate that we will have a more reasonable price, and it's very user friendly. It's easy to use. That you can just use it at home and to reboost your hair regrowth. Thank you.
Hi, this is Lawrence from Hong Kong. Could you share a bit your experiment? Is it a randomized control trial or what? what is the evidence behind your product?
Um,
What is the sample size of your experiment as well?
The sample size is 58, and we will actually, if the time is enough, we will introduce. This is our experimental part of our experimental results of 16 weeks, and actually we are planning to conduct a larger sample sized clinical trial, since we don't think a 68 clinical trial is large enough to prove its long-term effect, but we can is sufficient enough for us to conclude a short-term effect.
Can you explain again, like how do you apply this technology to the comb? I don't quite understand. Your product is a comb, right?
Yeah, actually there are separate two parts. It's just a combination of this the agent and the comb. You just insert the agent glass tube into the comb, and there is a tip which will puncture into the cap, and the liquid will flow into the rolling balls to function as the salt.
The hair skin will absorb those stuff, right? So do you have to go through any clinical trial for such device?
Like this comb. Sorry, could you please repeat your question?
Go through any clinical trial for this comb or device, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any clinical trials, but we through our observation of this, there are actually there has been some massage comb on sale online. So we just made some like detailed design changes to make this more ergonomic.
Hello, this is Dorothy from Dream Impact. 2 questions. So can you go back to the problem slide? In the very first problem, yeah. So you said, that actually the hair loss is due to social pressures, unhealthy lifestyles, and academic stress. So your comb does not address these 3 root causes. So how do you see that the social impact will have a long-term effect on the person, because it's only stimulating on the physical side, but it doesn't address any of these 3 core problems? And then also, can you tell us a bit more about your team, and how do you think your team can take your business to market? Thank you.
I think this kind of related reasons like always exist. You can't you just use some product to release your social pressure or academic stress, like you're in life. So this such thing cannot be eliminated. So just
Hello, Shen, sorry that the time is. Thank you for your presentation. Okay. So for the other participant, please mute your audio. Thank you. So may I invite the next team, which is just a moment. So Miss Poon, sorry, Miss Hoi Lai Poon, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so please share us your presentation deck.
Can you see that?
Yes, we can see that. So you have 5 minutes for the presentation, 5 minutes for the Q&A. You can start right now.
Hello guys, we are just a moment. We are doing test therapy with AI optimization. So here are our team, and you have me, Karen, and my teammates, Carrie, Charlie, and Katie. So first of all, we'd like to point out the alarming plight of mental health issues in Hong Kong. Currently, according to the recent research, 61% of Hong Kongers are actually suffering from poor mental well-being, while 74% of them did not seek any professional help. Also, other research showed that there are up to 65.9% of misdiagnosis rate for some common mental disorders. With the plight, there is almost this disheartening fact that only the severe patients are highly served, while the resources are highly concentrated on them. But most of the patients with mild to moderate symptoms are just below the surface line, and they're totally being neglected. They also faces different barriers like financial concerns or poor mental health literacy, social stigma or inaccessibility to therapy. With the current situation, we propose a solution that focus to serve the patients with mild to moderate symptoms and doing the early intervention. And our test-based therapy with our AI analytics could help them more promptly in order to prevent them to develop from more severe symptoms. So basically, we are linking the patients with the therapists, and we help them to match with the therapist using the AI method in order to help them to match with the therapist more accurately, or to find a therapist who can fit their need better. The second one is the test therapy. This can actually provide a more flexible and effective options for the patients. And this is with scientific evidence that hundreds of research papers has proved the effectiveness of the test therapy, especially working well for the cognitive behavioral therapy. And the last one is the AI analytics. We can provide a insightful analytics to improve the whole service quality. And most importantly, the report can show an objective evaluation of the mental health status to patient in order to prevent them from falling trapped into the negative thinking vicious cycle. So basically, we will have a sentiment analysis to show how positive or negative is their emotions. And the second one is to help them to identify the emotion, the main emotion they're experiencing. And the last one is kind of showing them the key phrases that mainly talk about. This can help them to identify what kind of problems they mainly are facing. And this is working well, especially for them to recognize their emotions, to promote their awareness, emotion awareness. And this is really important step for them to get in the recovery journey. And for business model, we would like to take 20% of the commission for each therapy. Estimated from the market, we will evaluate the 1% of the first serviceable available market as our early adoption, which has like 10,000 of initial users. Assuming that we can collect 400 commission from each client, we can generate potentially more than 4 million revenue with 1% of early adoption. Lastly, we'd like to talk about the social impact. We can actually bring both parties, like the patients and the psychotherapists, the social impact as a whole. For patients, undoubtedly, we can provide more convenient options for them, and they could just log into our app and then to take a therapy promptly. And it is a more economical options for them too, compared with the face-to-face therapy, which costs them like over 1,000 or maybe 2,000. And this can also enhance their recovery rate to make them like promote their emotion awareness, and also to help the therapist to evaluate their mental health status better, to reduce the misdiagnosis rates. And also, this can foster the whole development of the mental health industry right now in Hong Kong, because compared to other regions, Hong Kong is actually quite lag behind in the mental health service industry. So if the industry can be more well developed, this can actually bring more impact to the patients to help them more. So the key thing is we're doing here is that we would like to fill up the huge service gap where we are facing currently in Hong Kong and improve the overall mental health, mental well-being in our society. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Fu. We are now going to the Q&A session.
Hello, this is Josephine from Hong Kong Science Park. I got a question about your technology. This kind of AI health software got a principle concerned about the patient privacy, and because you need to ask for the patient information and share with all of the therapists. And also the other issue is about the therapists need to lock down their diagnosis on the system, and which is also a big concern for them, for the peer therapist or the medical doctor. And in your project, how can you address these two big issues in the AI and medical technology?
Okay, so I will answer it one by one. For the first part, that I will talk about the diagnosis thing first. So basically, this report is a suggestive one, and we are not making use of the AI to directly conduct the therapy with patients. We're actually having a real person therapist to conduct with them, but with our AI analytics, we can provide a supplementary report for both parties, for both of them. And this is a suggestive one, mainly saying that the therapist can take a look at the report and see if the report can help them to do a more comprehensive evaluations to make them make a better judgments to patients' mental health well-being. And they can incorporate the reports with their professional knowledge to help the patients better. And the second one is about the privacy thing. We actually conducted different security measures to protect the client's privacy. So we actually, this is other options like a video or audio conferencing, but we also provide the test therapy thing we are talking about here. And it can, we will conduct the end-to-end encryption. And also for if we're doing the browser and also server, this we'll also do the TSL SSL security encryption. And the database is the most important thing is that we will store the data in our database, and we are using the AES 256, which is a quite international level of security. And the whole data collection thing is will be adhere to the personal data privacy coordinates in Hong Kong.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, so a few questions. This is Dorothy. What is the AI analyzing? Where's the data coming from? How is the data inputted? Two, what is the root cause? You said that a lot of people in Hong Kong don't seek help in social, they have, why don't they seek help? And thirdly, can you tell us a bit more about your team on how you can take the business to market? Thank you.
All right. So basically, the data we're collecting is from the chat room, and also we will offer a emotion record for them to track down their emotions and also like the mental health problems. And we were making use of the data inputted to make them to analyze for them. And we will the reports showing here is from the over the past week, the data record. I will analyze the data record for the over past week, and then to show the ups and downs or the trend of the emotions. As for the team, we'll have a total of 4 of us. And me, I'm studying psychology in CHK, and I've just graduated, a minor with entrepreneurship and innovation. And I I know well about the mental health service industry. And the second one is Charlie doing the product and technology thing. And Katie is doing studying information system and finance in HKUST and doing the marketing and product development because she's experienced in UX UI design. And lastly is Carrie. Carrie is doing the business development and also PR because she's studying like business about marketing, and she has experience in working in PR agency. And I think you've mentioned a problem. I forgot there is one problem, one questions I'm missing, right?
Yeah, why don't people seek help?
Oh, okay. Why don't people seek help? Because I've mentioned these barriers, like social stigma is the main core, the barriers that they're facing because they're scared to tell others that they have emotion problems, or they are too scared to go really offline. They have to plug up a huge courage to seek help from the traditional one, because the traditional therapy, like the face-to-face one, is mainly they provide all their service mainly in daytime. So they may need to take a sick leave, and then this will in turn making the whole company know about their problems that if they're workers. So this is kind of another barriers. And also the public sectors. And I've talked about the resources are highly concentrated on them because the public sector can barely afford the whole.
Sorry, the time is up. Thank you for your presentation.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Okay. So for all the participants, so please wait for a while. So we will let you know later if we go on our session. Also, Ms. Fu, please mute your audio. Thank you.
Okay, it's my time. First of
Hello, Ms. Huang, right? So please wait for a while. Yeah, you are the team from Whitefish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So please wait for a moment, please. So Ms. Wang, okay, you can start your presentation right now. You have 5 minutes for the presentation.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
And therefore, first of all, thank you all for taking precious time in this winter. Today, I want to share our innovative and practical product to you. I sincerely hope that you pay more attention to this topic and give us support. Just like the video says, we are going to make some health and life history today. Thus, welcome the Whitefish Smart and Health world. Okay, I will introduce this topic from 4 parts. First is market. The most important thing of a product is market. So we analyzed the entire industry segment, found that there is huge market demand, and smart wearable devices are very popular in recent years. And then we have determined our target customers after through lots of investigation. Then we have obtained some data in here. And after that, talk about our internal market. We have made a certain amount of revenue and invested a lot of money in research this product like this. And from the product, what's the product? What we design is not only a smart clothing. Maybe it could be as a health tool, an exercise instructor, and functional app, and personal operative detector, even a disease prevention device. Therefore, we have Ulico material which consists of the following two parts: conductive material and flexible base, which now are important prevention. And after that, the data generation process is following at this through the cycloelectrodes, cyclotransmitter Bluetooth, and IP crypt. This is what the total process. I know you will find that the IP have many functions. We can scan all the bodies, some function and condition here. And how the product advantage, I think maybe the four parts. First, the technological innovation is unique in the market. There is no anything in the market, maybe some in the laboratory. And the second is we have a lot of manufacturer resources we can quickly put into mass production. The third is that we have a supply chain because we have some IC resources. The last is we have experimental verification. We have done this experiment in those material in Tokyo University, Standard University, something like that. And the next is business. First, which channel online? We now have B2C on Taobao, Buy Together, Amazon. In the future, we will have JD, Tmall, Shopee, and Lazada. On the offline sales, we will cooperate with those supermarkets and some famous app. Thanks to the promotion method, I think that we use directly, quickly, efficiently, and rudely way, just like the advertising and the product announcement. The profit model is that we will have not only sales products, we have license IP, and even our company's own IPO. Okay. And let's introduce our teammates. The first is me in Polyu. The second is Shangxin Polyu Master. The third is Jackie, who is in Alibaba in Hunan University. The fourth is Chong, and in Stanford. The last is Liu Shuang, who is in Tokyo University, and now is a doctor in medicine direction. And what will become? I think that we'd like to become the second Dajiang Innovation, whose founder is come from HKST, and its listed company is also in Hong Kong. I think we can do it. About the social influence, I think that our product can be used in many different areas, just like the office workers, fitness people, heartbeat people, and tender string, and even hospital blood tension direction after burns, and even the coverage.
Hello. Sorry, the time is limited. Oh, sorry, the time is up. We are not good. We move to Q&A session right now.
So is your clothes, is it for sports, recreational, or for health purpose? What is the major application?
The functional clothes is just for sports because we have some additional function. It's for health and medicine. Now we are mainly for the exercise in the gym.
Okay, understood. So do you expect the users to clean it every time they use for sports? Do you think it is quite pretty inconvenient for the user?
Yeah, it's very convenient. Why we are unique? Because our products is so comfortable and soft. And
I mean, do you expect the user to wash the clothes every time after the exercise?
Okay, Xiaxun can answer it.
This clothes can be washed more than 500 times, and it still can hold its function. I I think it will not be a problem for using each time after we wash it.
Because we can put the electric segment from the clothes, it can be removed. Yeah.
So what if the people find it is don't want to wash their clothes every time after exercise? So I mean your product requires them to wash them every time, right? After exercise.
It's not you don't need to wash it every time after you exercise.
Yeah.
It depends on your choice.
Okay.
I think maybe you can scan it more clearly. We just took it away in here.
Flexible electrode, rechargeable electromagnetic sensor, signal transmitter, and APP. The flexible electrode sensor.
We can.
Signal transmitter is
So for the interest of time, maybe we go to next question. So this is Jenny. So I just want to see if your product, your clothes have been getting any patent registration or protection. And secondly, so who else are on your team that will help you to do like commercialization of your product?
For this, I want to say that, pardon, I haven't got your meaning, please, thank you.
Okay, so my first question, so do you have register your product for any patent, like in Hong Kong or anywhere else in the world? And secondly, who are on your team apart from your good self? So that you can, I assume that you are from the technical side. And so who else will be helping you to commercialize and design on the marketing strategies for you?
Okay, I will speak of them because in my team, the manager is me and Xiangxin, who is in PolyU. And of course, we have another teammates, but they are advisor because I have founded a company in Shenzhen and Hong Kong. So I have some colleges, so I have a company, I have some offices, so they are come from different university, like Tokyo University, who is a doctor and now working in medical direction. And I have another college just in Stanford University and South University of China. But the core technology skill is just in my company because all the patent like this we have applied. It's just in this company, just me, just our team.
Thank you. So for your commercial feasibility, what is the cost of your production compared to other products in the market? How do you think you can compete on that side?
Yeah, to this question, I think that we have more advantage in this because our boom, that cost is very cheap because we have the supply chain, especially for the IC and the electronic material in here. And our price is very friendly because one clothes we only sell among 300 to 500 Hong Kong dollars. Yeah, it's just like the common sport clothing in the market, but we have a lot of function. I think customers must want to receive it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Huang, for your presentation. So please mute your audio. Thank you.
Thank you.
So may I invite the next team is from H-Well Novotech. The team lead is John. Okay, so can you hear us clearly? Hello, John. Maybe you need to unmute your audio first. John, you have mute your audio, so we cannot hear from you. Okay, can you hear us now?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Okay, clearly. So you can start your presentation right now.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Judges, we are No4Tech, the Tech Against 4. The team covers baby boomers and millennium babies. So we are the consumers and also the inventors. Our social impact is on the size of population, 1.8 million of 50 to 64 years old, and they are neglected because the attention from the world and also Hong Kong government is on those over 65. 65 is a high fall risk year, and that is why people pay attention to the fall injury situation. It is very gloomy, as you can see in the figures provided on the slide. A fall does not only cause physical decline, but also mental problem, because the immobility will cause anxiety, depression, loneliness, and indirectly dementia. That will hurt the whole family, including spouse and children. But people do not suddenly reach a high fall risk at 65. It is the result of a deteriorating process. That process begins at 50. That is 15 years before 65. At 65, they may have accumulative posture problems, bent shoulders, weak muscles, etc. And all these are correctable if they begin fall prevention early. We tackle fall risk problem scientifically by using Otago fall prevention training concept and also analyze the posture and fall risk problems of individual participants. We provide joy and fun in our program, so it's just like a medicated chocolate delight. We are evidence-based on the Otago fall prevention steps shown on the left top corner. And in a table, you can see the 4 data banks that we have in the blue cylinders. Then we used all this data to cater for the needs of our client scientifically. Our No4Tech is user-friendly. We developed an app called the DANSUP, D-A-N-X-U-P, for people to use conveniently. And you can see in the demo video how vibrant and user-friendly they are. The huge market of 1.8 million is captured online and also face-to-face. On online, we have club membership. We intend to capture 3% of 1.8 million at 54,000. And if we charge 30 Hong Kong dollars as club fee per month, we got 1.6 million. Even discounted by half, we have 810,000 per month. Judges, online means worldwide. We should capture overseas markets too. On face-to-face, we have high-end one-to-one and small group classes for the privileged and the shy people. This is another revenue stream. The Techathon speakers warned us against failure, and Raymond Chan told us think why, how, and what. Dr. Alfred Tan told us to pitch and to share together, and we did all these. We have a good health tech product for great social impact. We will deserve judges your choice as the champion.
John, thank you for your presentation. We go to Q&A session right now.
All right, thank you.
So, may I invite judges to ask questions?
Yeah. A question on the dance part. I think in the demo, it shows that you can track the motion of the person, but how do you, how can they see the dance video and be tracked at the same time?
Well, it's just like Zoom. We will use that kind of biology, that kind of technique. So we can interact on the Zoom device.
Well, this is Jenny. So
hello.
I would like to better understand the apps that you're developing. So is it on like Android or also on iPhone? Is iOS is also both okay?
I didn't catch your question. You said what kind of apps?
So
can you repeat that, please?
So I believe you are developing apps so that you can take record the motion and then predict is there any risk of fall. So is the app applicable on both iOS, that is the iPhone, also on the Android phone?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. So so because your product indeed is aiming on more on aging people because it's for anti-fall. So do you so it appears to mean that most of those elderly people can master to use a phone and then use apps.
Oh yeah, sure.
Is it user friendly enough?
Yes, indeed. In Hong Kong, we aim at the 50 to 64, and I'm 65 myself. I'm still a Hong Kong U PhD student, and therefore, it seems everybody now is watching a movie or doing anything, all right, or social chatting on the mobile phone. And for this age group of 50 to 64, they should be very competent to use our apps.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Currently in the market, there are tons of these kinds of apps for monitoring the physical activity or the mental health of different people of different ages available online. You mentioned that your charging model is to charge them $30 per month, which is not a lot, but provided that there are so many different types of this kind of apps on the market, how could you attract people to stay on subscribing your apps and keep using it?
Right, that's a very good question. Please note that we use Otago University's research result. They target, Otago is a program against fall prevention, but that program is aiming at those 65 or over. And that is the really a middle old we call. But now we have used the Otago concept, as you can see in our slide, right, to modify it by our own choreographers and also physiotherapists. And then we make it so user-friendly to those who still have muscles. Because as we all know, at 50 years old, we are still quite muscle functional. And therefore, one of our edges is to use Otago concept. And secondly, you can see that we are not so bound to old age people. The demo can show that we are very energetic and vibrant, and they will attract those who have fall prevention in mind to join us instead of aerobic or other dance, because other dances do not have the concept embedded in their program, and we do. And we have warming up in stretching the whole body, and then come to a climax on more energetic steps, and then cooling down on the belly dance. All right, that is not a belly dance, that's a kind of a cooling down program. That is the structure of our fall prevention program called Dance Up.
Can you share with your team background?
Yes, we have 3 gerontologist master degree holders. We study Hong Kong U. I graduated 2 years ago and 3 years ago. Another one is 2 years ago, and one is coming up. And the 2 other are Hong U students. One is a Chinese student, and they are the young people, 20 years old and 30 years old, and they have they major in computer science. And therefore, our concept is based on gerontology analysis.
Okay, John, so I think the time is up. Thank you, John, for your presentation.
All right, thank you very much.
Please mute your audio. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, sure.
So may I invite the next team? The team name is Zach, and the team leader name is Lai Chi Tang. Can you hear us?
Yes, hi.
Yeah, okay. So Mr. Tang, please share your presentation PPT.
Okay, so can you see the slide right now?
Yes, we can see that. So you can start when you're ready.
Okay, sorry, the camera is not yet ready.
Yeah, please turn on your camera as well. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Please wait a moment.
Okay, we can see you right now.
Okay,
so okay, also you can start your presentation.
All right, thank you. So hi everyone, we are Seth. So it's 2021 now. Have you guys set your New Year resolution yet? One of my friends, Tom, told me the other day that he wanted to get fit this year. So the first thing he could think of was to Google how to get fit like we all do. But however, the huge amount of information and recommendations overwhelmed him, and not to mention most were not even actionable, like just telling him to eat healthier. He then tried to seek advice from his friends and took weight loss supplements, but neither of these worked well for him. So does the story sound familiar to you? I believe we all have been trauma at some point of our lives. So if you are sick, you can visit a doctor. However, it is difficult to find a suitable solution to achieve a health goal like this. So that's why we created SAP. It is a one-stop health platform that provides you convenient, personalized, and professional solutions to achieve your health goals. So how does it work? Okay, so first you need to create a personal profile on SAP and enter your personal details. So our AI will analyze your demographics and lifestyle to predict what you could do to live a healthier life. You can then get your own recommendations. Our expert team has done a lot of research in order to provide data-driven recommendations, including fitness schedule, diet, and the use of supplements based on each user's personal needs. Users can then directly purchase supplements, join fitness courses, or use other services on our platform. We believe support is essential in achieving our health goals. You can easily find it on our platform. We form a community where you can share your experience with like-minded people. You can also consult professionals when facing more complicated issues. So there are 4 technological features we want to highlight. First, we make use of AI to help users explore possible health needs by correlating health issues and also the demographic information. And the more users SAP has, the larger our database will be, and it helps us to optimize our future recommendations as well. Our expert team has developed an algorithm to recommend a personalized health solution according to the latest research and studies. And other features that cannot be missed would be our product database with a diverse range of characteristics, such as the place of origins, and also whether if the product is suitable for vegetarians, so as to fit users' personal preferences. Last, we designed an automated review system for users to repurchase supplements automatically with any designated time intervals. So this saves the users time and also make the whole shopping experience simple and smooth. So for the commercial feasibility part, our platform provides e-commerce service, and our revenue are generated from selling health products and also SAP dollars. So SAP dollars can be used to join online fitness courses and also book professional consultations. We found that the global digital healthcare market is growing rapidly from 826.8 billion Hong Kong dollars in 2019 to an expected over 5 trillion Hong Kong dollars in 2026. So even in Hong Kong locally, the fitness market size is 2.8 billion Hong Kong dollar in 2019, and the estimated online supplement market size is 1.5 billion Hong Kong dollars in 2020. So since the market is growing at a double-digit rate annually, it's around like 28%. So we believe that there's a demand to have an online platform that organizes different health products and services into one place. So to make it more convenient and time-saving for the consumers to choose the right product for them. So our team of 5 are all experienced in the healthcare sector. 2 of us are registered pharmacists who are familiar with providing health-related recommendations. Our team is also in close connection with community pharmacies and also the pharmaceutical suppliers, which opens up cooperation opportunities for us. Our experience in building web platforms is also an advantage for us. So SAP aims at raising health awareness among the public, reducing unnecessary medical time costs of individuals by advocating a healthy lifestyle. And one more important thing, to ensure appropriate use of health products for consumers. So we are dedicated to turning people's health wishes into actions. So you've got to go, and we are here to help you make it. So thank you, and please feel free to ask us any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Tan. We move to Q&A session now.
Thank you.
So can you demonstrate what kind of data or information you will be collecting from the users and what kind of recommendation you will give?
All right. So in our system, we collect data into, because we can divide the system into 2 parts. The first part is we collect the basic demographic backgrounds, including the age and also gender, and also some lifestyle of the user. For example, how often they are having exercises every week. For this part, our main goal is to predict their health goal, and also to help us to predict health goal in the future more accurately. So after setting the health goal, the next part is the recommendation algorithm. And for this part, we design a very detailed questionnaire that we ask different situations. For example, for the fatigue algorithm, we ask about whether the user have some like referral symptoms that might need urgent medical care. And also for some other cases, for example, they are fatigued even after they have like enough sleep, or they are fatigued because just after exercises. We ask this kind of question to differentiate what kind of recommendations we are giving to our users. And for the recommendation part, after they have finished the questionnaire, we will recommend the suitable supplement, or we will recommend some like suitable diet or some lifestyle. For example, whether they can do a particular type of exercise to relieve the problem. So yeah, this is the basic flow of our whole system. Yeah, thank you.
So what is the root cause of people not keeping to their health goals? I think a lot of other the apps have a lot of incentivification programs to help them keep up with using the app. Do you have something, how would you tackle that problem?
Well, so for people, why they are not sticking to their health goal, for one of the most important reason we think is that they do not have a clear health goal sometimes. So for example, because we also work in the community pharmacy, and there are some customers that come to us and just tell us, can you recommend us a supplement? And when we just ask the customer, so what kind of supplement you are finding? They just said, I don't know, can you recommend it for me? So that just makes us quite confused, because we think if you don't know your problem, so how can we know your problem? And that's why it is also the reason why we developed SEP, because through SEP, we want to collect the demographic information from different people. And then so that from this kind of data, we can predict what kind of problems, or is there any common needs for this group of people? So this is the first thing. And the second thing is that it might not be very easy to find a way to achieve their health goal nowadays. Although the online information is really, there's diverse range of information on the internet, but the point is there's also a lot of fake information or some misleading information on the internet. So it might be quite confusing for people when they see some contradicting information, or maybe some not actionable, some just very fake recommendations on the internet. They just give up their mind to achieve their health goal, because it is difficult for them to achieve the health goal without the help of any professionals or any kind of assistant like this. So these are the main two reasons that we think might cause people not sticking to their own health goals.
Right. Because you're going to recommend the supplement for the users, so do you have any plan to address if there any medical liability coming up, like some adverse events?
All right. So basically, the model is quite similar to the what the community pharmacies just like Mannings or Watsons are doing right now, because community pharmacies are actually recommending supplements to their customers as well. And another thing is that we deliberately screen out the cases that might need referral first, because for those kind of people, they might need to seek medical help at first. So our major principle is do no harm.
Hello,
Yeah.
Hello. The time is up. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah. So please mute your audio. So the next team is Medikit. So are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. So please share your presentation deck.
Okay.
To us, and please open your camera as well.
Okay. I'm sorry, I have some technical problems, so I cannot open my camera. Can I just simply share my PowerPoint and do the pitch?
I think it's okay, but can your teammates open the camera? Because I see that you have many of team members here. Yeah. So okay, we can see you now. Yeah. Okay. So please share your presentation deck as well. Hello. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, Cecilia right now.
Yes,
Cecilia,
yes.
right? So okay, you please share the presentation deck with us and
Yes,
start your
yes. Can you see
presentation.
my screen? right now?
No. We cannot see your presentation that
How
now.
about now?
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, so
Okay, so
can I start
you can
my...
start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. We're Medikit, scheduled within 10 seconds. Have you ever recorded the time you spent in queuing in the clinic? I guess not many of you have realized that. So here's the statistics. The average hour spending in clinic queuing is 2.5 hours. The average number of seeing a doctor was 1.4 times in 30 days. And the average hourly wage in Hong Kong in 2019, it's 72.85 Hong Kong dollars. After some calculations, we found that each month we spent 3.5 hours in queuing. The opportunity cost will be 255 Hong Kong dollars. If we made consultation every month, in 1 year, that will be $3,060. That's what we call time is money. Moreover, due to COVID-19 pandemic, lack of social distancing is a big risk in spreading the virus, especially in the enclosed areas and places with high risks, such as clinics. Therefore, we in Medikit proposed an app that will reconstruct the method of seeing a doctor. Here, we'll show you a video to introduce our app feature and how it works. So after watching our video, I'm sure that all of you have a brief understanding of our app feature and the process. And here comes the important question that some of our investors and entrepreneurs may want to ask. Is this app profitable, and what is our business model? Different from the existing clinic and hospital apps, we are aiming at connecting all clinics and hospitals in Hong Kong into single network. With this app, in future, trade will be as simple as one click on phone, without needing to queue in person. As for the target segment, in the first year, we are targeted to small clinics which does not have their own database, and the target patient segment will be households and youngsters. In the fifth year, we expect this app to apply to all kinds of hospitals and clinics. The patient segment will include elderly as well. At the same time, we'll develop an elderly mode. Taking the advantage of social networking, social media websites will be our channels to deliver our value to customers. Number is a good way to measure the profitability and value. As you can see in this slide, our revenue in the first year will be 4,320,000 Hong Kong dollars. The expenditure will be 35,700. Although it's just a brief calculation, the profit is still remarkable, and it is sufficient to show that our business is profitable and obtaining a strong sustainability. Again, time is money. How to turn money into time? The answer is inside Medikit. A 7-day Techathon is a challenging yet interesting journey to all of us, and we are glad to start our business here. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you for the presentation. We go to Q&A session now.
Hello, this is Josephine from Hong Kong Science Park. Thank you for your presentation. I got a question about your idea. And for the long queuing time in the healthcare industry, it is well known that the bottleneck or the basic issue is about the resources in hospital, in the healthcare system. So can you elaborate a little bit more? How can your apps or your system can actually help in shortening the time, provided that the healthcare resources is the same? Hello.
Hello, Cecilia. Can you hear us?
Yes, but not clearly. Can you repeat your question? Sorry.
Yeah, okay, I will repeat my question. The long queuing time in healthcare, most of the people think that the bottleneck is in the healthcare resources. For example, the number of doctors, the number of hospital, and the funding size in the healthcare system. Can you elaborate a little bit more? How can your apps or your AI technology can actually shorten the waiting time or the queuing time, provided that the healthcare resources is the same?
Actually, our app is aiming like you can get your ticket online, like you can just one click at home, and you don't have to queue in person in the clinic. So this is our main selling point. Like you can do other things while queuing. You don't have to really stay in the hospital or even the clinic in person. And did I answer your question? Like, because
Yes, thank you. I leave the time to other judges.
Hi, so can you share with us your plan in like convincing the hospital or clinic to adopt your technology, because they have their own system, like also they have their electronic health record if they have. So how are you planning on pitch on those?
So according to our research, there are only two similar system in Hong Kong. One is UMP and one is Union Hospital, but they are using their own database. So if a person they want to go to UMP and the next week they want to go to Union Hospital, they have to repeat their records once again. But in our app, we want to do all the things in just a single network, like gathering all the database in clinics and hospitals in Hong Kong in the future, not right now. It's just step by step. But our our future prospect is going to connect all the hospital and clinics in Hong Kong, connecting the database. So everyone in Hong Kong just need to type once their personal information, their medical records once only, and they can go to any clinics and any hospitals, but not like do it again. It's kind of wasting time to do it again in the other hospitals or clinics.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. But in reality, I mean, it's good-hearted, but in reality, so for example, the private hospital, for example, Sanatorium or Union, they are not communicating with the system. So you probably have to figure out how you can have a united system to convince all those particular private hospitals, how they can willing to communicate with each other using your system.
Okay. I know it's hard because some of the private hospitals, they treasure their privacy as the top priority, so they might not want to share their database with us. But all the things need to go step by step. Maybe we have our popularity and in the first or second year of our app foundation, it's like if there are sufficient people using our app, I think the private hospital will trust us as a genuine partner to share their database. So it's a long way. I can't say any like solution right now because this is a quite long-term thing to gather.
Sorry, guys. Hello, Medicaid team. Sorry, the time is up. Thank you for your presentation. Yeah, please mute your audio. Thank you. So may I invite the next team? The team name is ING, maybe in. Okay, the team lead is Mohammed Sebset. Yeah, Can you hear us? Please unmute your audio. Hello, Mohammed. Can you hear us? Maybe you need to.
Yeah, hi. Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
You have our team leader's name wrong.
Okay. So please open your camera as well, because we need to make. Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can see you. Okay. So you have 5 minutes for the presentation. You can start now.
All right. So good afternoon, everybody. Let's put yourself in a situation. Meet our friend Rob. Rob's got text from his buddy Mark, but there's an issue. He's visually impaired, so he can't actually access his text messages unless he listens to them. If you're on a noisy train, if you're in public, that's not always accessible or as an option. So we have a solution. The Feel It phone case. It's Braille, so your phone doesn't have to yell. What's so special about us? We're giving them an alternative choice. Yes, text-to-speech is available, but now we're giving you a text-to-Braille option that doesn't currently exist in an accessible method and a portable method. So how does it exactly work? We're using a text-to-Braille system that is fetched using APIs. The APIs are converted through a 2x4 matrix that then displays on the dynamic refreshable cell modules. We've set up 10 cell modules because they are longer than the average word. The average word lasts about 6.4 to 8 words exactly. Apart from that, we have 2 directional buttons, as you can see on the bottom. The directional keys allow you to navigate text for easy reading of pages, as well as scrolling. The 6 buttons on the side you see are for text input. They can be clicked, they can be long paused. That allows it for customizability and catering it to the need of the user, which can be configured on our app. So the Braille input allows them to feel the words that they necessarily wouldn't be able to always be able to do, because you are so reliant on text to speech. Now, when we had to look into this, we had to check if there's anything else that's like this on the market. Lucky for us, there is nothing like it. There is no phone case that's portable. The only 2 options that are even viable in the market right now is the Dot Watch, which is the most affordable option. However, it has limited functions such as showing time and showing you basic notifications. It has less functions than your iWatch. However, the alternative is the Chameleon 20. It's a Braille display device, and it's an individual device that they have to connect to it. And it has greater capabilities and can be used as a standalone product. However, not only is it not very affordable, it's not practical if you're on the go. So the Feel It phone case offers them this. But our biggest competitor would be the text-to-voice system. We did a preliminary focus group using social media and access to visually impaired community. And these are the responses we got in our interview sections. The first thing is they genuinely believe it's a legitimate problem for them. They don't have an alternative that's not chunky, that has enough cell space for them to be able to read the words, and that's not annoying. In fact, my favorite is I would rather forget my jeans than my earbuds. That's how reliant they are on the text to voice function, which Feel It phone case can give them an alternative to. So how are we going to focus this? Based off the fact that there's 1 billion visually impaired people in the world, that narrows down to 175K just in Hong Kong, out of which our statistics show that 84% of them are smartphone users. We have to really look into who we're going to be catering to. We've highlighted 2 customer segments, the first being students, because these are the people that are accessible to Braille, that do know how to read it and do need to use it. In Hong Kong, that is a number slightly above 1,400. So we're looking at the 16 to 25 group. The alternative is the working professional, who are ranging between 25 to 55. And they're economically active. They're 53% of them are employed, 32% of them are earning above 15K. So for them, making a purchase that is functional to them is something that's very, accessible. obviously, a big part of this is going to be developing the cost and the R&D of it. And using a transactional one-time purchase method, we can do hook and reel and use our R&D, and partnering with the dot company that we mentioned earlier, we'll be able to provide even more capabilities in our functions and increasing the functionality as well as expanding the device to tablets, computers, and who knows. So to reiterate, the Feel It phone case, Braille, so your phone doesn't yell. We're offering you an affordable alternative that is not only—
Yeah. Hello, Mohammed. So the time is up. Sorry about that. So we move to Q&A session now.
All right, sure. We'll have my team stepping in and answering questions as well, as we all have different functions.
Okay, no problem.
Congratulations on the beautiful design of the product, and it's very sleek. So my biggest concern is it's very portable, but it's the change of the phone size and the adaptability for different kinds of smartphones. So not everyone owns the same kind of smartphones. How would you address that in the design issue?
So the thing is, the system itself can be used on different devices. So for us, the major issue would be able to making it adaptable to different phone sizes, which we looked into it, and it's not actually that difficult. So we are going to go with the iPhone as first. And because these are readily available statistics and using more market research, we'll be able to figure that out. But obviously, just like any other phone case, we'll have to constantly release new models of it as well.
And to maintain the cost of the manufacturing, because the other phone cases are way cheaper than yours. How would you maintain the cost of that?
This isn't your average phone case. This isn't for the average mass market consumer. I don't need a Braille phone case, but a visually impaired person does. And for them, this could be a necessity. So we could try to further develop the product and adjust the design so that it's not just a snap-in phone case, but maybe an attachment to a phone case in the future. Of course, that involves more technology that needs to be more adjustable, so we'd have to look into it. Let me just check if my teammates, the engineers, have anything to say to this.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But then the reason that we use phone case at the moment is because if you remember back in the days, we have these power bank phone cases. So there's like this connector which you can directly insert into the phone. That's how we retrieve data and then we translate. So that's how we are going at first.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Hello, thank you for the presentation. It's very impressive. And in the presentation, you mentioned some of the feedback from the visually impaired people about their pinpoint. Can you have you ever shared your new idea with them, and have you ever get their feedback on your new design?
So because we didn't have as much time, we did pitch this idea to them, and majority of the feedback was very simple. So long as it has enough cell modules for it to be reader friendly, and it's not for larger devices, so that it doesn't replace their other functions. And most importantly, if it's not chunky or difficult to carry around, if it's not an add-on accessory, they would be quite open to it because it is something that they would like to have as a choice.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so any other questions from the judges? No. Okay, so thank you, Mohammed, for your presentation. So please mute your audio. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so to all the participants, we will take the short break right now. So we will come back in 5 minutes. So maybe we see you in 11:50. Okay. See you guys later. Yeah. So I see that Trent Screen has unmuted your audio. So yes, you will be the next presenter. So please be ready. We will come back in 5 minutes.
Oh, sorry. Is it ivory? Is it ivory?
Yeah. No. The next team is dress green. Dress green.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So I'll see you in 5 minutes. Okay, so hello everyone. So we continue our section. So may I confirm the team from Dress Green is here?
Yes, here.
Hello Emma. So
Hi.
please share your presentation deck with us.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and please open. Okay, I can
Yeah,
see you
okay.
now. Okay, so
here.
yes. So you can start your presentation if you are ready.
Okay. Yeah, so you can share the screen now.
Yes, but
Oh.
maybe sorry. Sorry, please wait for a while. Okay, it's okay. It's okay.
Just to switch the.
I think you need to close the note.
I know. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's okay. So
yeah. How about now? Sorry.
It's okay. Please make sure you show all your. I mean the page screen because I'm not sure it's parts or.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
It's on full screen. Please. Okay. So
Yeah, it's good.
it's okay. You can start now, Emma.
May I confirm you are seeing the PowerPoint, right?
Yeah, yes, we can see that.
Okay. So.
Okay.
Dear judges and other participants, good morning. I want to ask you a question first. Is there a lot of crows in your closet for a long time? If yes, can you raise your hand, please? Yeah, I can see some of you agree with me. And you choose not to wear these clothes maybe because the size do not fit you anymore, or the fashion taste has changed, or you just own too many clothes that you have forgotten some of them. And many of you will agree with me, especially ladies, is that the closet is full and you don't know how to deal with the unwanted clothes or don't know what to dress tomorrow. A survey in 2019 found that the 71% of interviewers said they bought new clothes in the past 3 months, and almost 60% said they had the unworn clothes are new. And there are clothes that they have never been worn at home, and reflected that Hong Kong people have bought too many clothes, and women's situation is serious. And indeed, fashion industry is one of the major sources of pollution. It produces more greenhouse gases than the aviation and shipping industry combined. Meanwhile, one garbage truck of textiles is disposed every second. And in today's shopping era, millennials and Generation Z are immersed in the digital world to access more information than ever before. They just don't want to pick anything. They want to pick the right goods from the right place and at the right price. And so we, Dress Green, is here to clear your closet and save your money and enables you to dress more fashionably with more choices. And at the same time, we save the earth. And Dress Queen provides online fashion rental service with monthly subscription option for women and allowing customers can try more quality clothes with cheaper price. And Dress Queen source in fashion with market price from 1,000 to 1,080 Hong Kong dollars, 800 Hong Kong dollars. And by paying monthly subscription fee, your stylist will pick free items and put them in a surprise box. You can enjoy the clothes without returning deadlines and provide feedback to us. You do not have to wash the clothes before sending them back to us, and the next box will be sent to you. And the monthly subscription price for the rental service range is from 388 to 988, depending on the subscription package. The more premium package allows unlimited times of exchange rented pieces with us, and subscribers first register their size and preferred style of clothes on the website, and the subscribers can rent free pieces of clothes at the same time. A wide range of clothing is available from smart work to stylish weekend wear. So I will introduce our technology. And our AI system will recommend you the clothes which fit your personal style and sizes. What you need to do is just input your body size and select several photos of clothes that you like upon your subscription. Here is the fashion rental landscape in Hong Kong. Currently, competitors are mainly selling the luxury products with high price. But on the other hand, we, Dress Queen, we are targeting office ladies for their daily dresses. And our 6 key suppliers of clothes first is from the subscriber. The subscribers can enjoy free subscription if they donate 8 pieces of clothes with excellent condition. And we will also purchase items from the boutique shops. Last, we will also line up with company to collect the clothes. And our payback period is 5 years, and we expected we will have around 20,000 subscribers in the 5 years. And our team including fashion specialists, IT, marketing, and accounting. We also have experienced business consultant Benny Jan and Vincent Laos as our advisor. So if you want to spend less money, try more clothes, and spend less time to think what to wear tomorrow, Dress Queen is for you and for good. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma, for your presentation. We go to Q&A session now.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So I invite the judges to ask the questions.
Hi, Emma, this is Jenny. So will you please share more on, elaborate more on how heavy the AI that is contributing to your timeline?
About the AI, so our teammates, Victor, can you elaborate more?
Okay, so we have a database of inventories, and first of all, the AI will have to do the initial filtering, and the initial filtering will be based on the user information. When they subscribe on their subscription, they will input their body size and their preference style, and this data will be matched with the available inventories in the database. And the AI will select several selections from the database. And afterwards, because we know that customers have may have some special requests, so we will also involve our stylists.
What is your target customer, and what is the customer segmentation that you are target for?
Oh, yeah. We are targeting the 25 to 50 years old office ladies. So because our goal is daily office dress, so we are targeting to this age range, the woman. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. My second question is, from a presentation, my perception is that you are trying to turn the fashion industry into more scientific way, but for the fashion industry, sometimes it's a combination of many things, like the luxury brand. Why they can exist is more than the commodity and more than saving money, and it's many different kinds of social measure inside. So how your system can change the buying habits of women of from 25 to 50, especially if they are aiming for trendy, or they have better financial income, that they can afford the more luxury branding to show their social status, rather than they aim for saving money.
Yeah.
So, yes, thanks for your question. So I think our system, because our system is a part of shared economy. So, and in today's world, and especially in Hong Kong, the house size is very small. So the women, they often buy the clothes, but they of many clothes that they didn't wear, or they are almost new. So we think if we launch this rental clothes service, they can have more space at home. So because they don't need to wear they don't need to buy many clothes, and so we hope this can change their buying habits, and so for the more sustainable environment in Hong Kong. And also, we have a surprising box. What it means the surprising box is, so we have the stylist to pick up the free items to the customers. So the customers, they will get the new clothes with new style that they didn't think they can dress like that before. So we hope to help the women to discover their new style.
Quick question.
I think it's okay.
Last question. Do you have calculated your carbon footprint of like your delivery versus the offset that you can create by sharing the clothing?
So Emma, please answer the question very briefly. Thank you.
Thank you. So Victor, can you explain that?
Yeah.
It's okay.
I think it's okay. Okay, the time is up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Emma, for your presentation.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So may I invite the next team? The team name is Samara Pioneers. The team leader is Stella.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hello,
Give me a
Stella.
second. I'm going to share my screen. Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hello.
Can you guys see my screen now?
We cannot see your screen. Yeah.
Oh. It says that they failed to see my screen. Hold on.
Yeah,
I cannot
maybe.
share my screen.
I think you need to pick up the screen. You need to click to the PowerPoint.
Yeah. How about now?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We can see the PPT now. So you can
Okay.
start when you're ready.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Stella. I'm representing Samala Pioneers here. So do you guys actually know that currently Hong Kong hotels actually waste more than 12 kg worth of cake every week? And stores like Sushi Express have to throw away the unsold goods because it'll be unsafe to consume the next day. Currently, to reduce the loss of the food from the waste, a lot of brands such as Mrs. Phil, Shangri-La will have a 50% discount after 8 or 9 p.m. to help them monetize and reduce the leftovers. However, how can the customer know that these restaurants are providing them discounts? Like for example, a non-local student like me who actually love discount but aren't aware of the culture, or how these hotels and local stores know that they're giving the right amount of discounts. Because currently they don't have the access to the market demand data. Then what, for example, what if this restaurant are located in not a strategic location after PM? So we are here, Samala Pioneers, a group of very diverse background students, are united with our passion for food and drive for sustainability, are here to solve the problem with our solution named Nibble. So yeah, Nibble. Nibble is an application that links the most up-to-date discounts available nearby, or they can also fill out the preferred location with an app. With the app, customer will all have the access to see the available stocks and even um, even have the discount food delivered to their doors. As for the self-pickup one, customers need to do what all they need to do is make a payment on our application and show the QR code afterwards. I think the video is not playing. Here, after they make the payment, they can just show the QR code when self-picking up. Now, as for the store side, our machine learning will also help them to actually inform the optimal discount percentage. So they will be able to maximize their revenue while reducing the leftovers. The app will also help them to keep track of their inventory level. So what we do with our algorithm is actually we collect some data from the internet, and afterwards we process the data here with Python. Then also after doing a correlation matrix, we decide which variable is the most impactful one. Then we will use a linear regression to predict 175 restaurants demand for the next month. As for our social impact, we'll also have two impact on the environment and also the economic. With the help of our app, will help Hong Kong to reduce its food waste, because currently it wastes more than 3,000 tons of food a day. And in the long term, it will also help to reduce the landfill pressure, as it is contributing to 30% of the total landfill waste currently. Then economically, you also have both the local stores and government to reduce their expenditure, as food waste treatment can cost up to 16 million Hong Kong dollar. Then we also believe that we have a really big opportunity to grow on the market, because households in the lower expenditure groups spend a big percentage of their expenditure on food. Hence, they tend to share these discounted goods a lot. And just like myself, a student that currently has no income, it will also prevent that 86% of us will shop more often with a price discount. Then as 90% of the stores in Hong Kong are small to medium size, with the app help, they'll be able to have a one solution in one app. So they will keep track their inventory system, and also they'll be able to link with a larger market and the wide market. As currently in Hong Kong, the other app that provide a discount food are delivery food such as Food Panda and also Deliveroo are mainly targeting middle income customers. We believe that restaurant we can have a differentiation focus advantage, and the other like hotels like Shangri-La only show a discount for each chain's restaurants. Here, we estimated the number of our end users and shop will have in the fourth year, and we will have a money coming right away after the launch of the platform, because we did not provide the customer a free version. We predict that we will have a break-even point by 2 years. Besides the 5 HK distribution fee, we'll also use the app revenue and sponsoring listing, which means that stores who want their listing to have a higher position on the browse page can pay an advertising fee to us. However, we will still limit the number of this sponsored listing, because we want the small local store to be seen by the user as well. Then, in addition to that, because like due to this pandemic, a lot of the minorities in Hong Kong are losing their job, we'll also open a job to these minorities to help us run this application.
Hello,
Thank
Stella.
you.
Sorry, yeah, the time is up. We move to Q&A session now. Yeah.
Who will be your target vendor? I mean, the restaurants or the stores to get on board on your platform?
So we'll have like two sides of target, the restaurant, the small one, and also the customer here. The customer, our main target are the students and also like the low income families.
You said restaurants, or is it raw food grocery shops?
It's more to restaurants such as Sushi Express and also like hotels like with cakes, because they can't sell the food the day after because it will not be safe to consume like for sushi. Then maybe in the future, in the long term, we can expand to groceries as well, because some of the groceries can have a lower value after like a day or 2 days.
As you said, like those food will be cheaper on your platform, like after certain hours. So from the perspective of the restaurants, like what if all the customers just wait after that hour and order it from your platform when you make those cheaper food so accessible? So how can you like convince the store to get on board on your platform?
Okay, thank you for the question. So currently we're focusing on like non-local students who are not aware of the culture itself. Then also not every restaurants in Hong Kong is actually located strategically that after the PM that have like a lot of customer passing by. So we want to be like the third party who link this prospective customer and also the people who aren't aware of the culture of the discount. Then also it helps them a lot to actually keep track of the inventory itself and to let people who is working after 6 p.m. to know that there's this discounts are available on the market.
Thank you. So 2 questions. One is, have you researched on whether the majority of the food waste comes from cooked or uncooked food? So whether you're targeting the groceries or restaurants will be more efficient. And secondly, how much waste do you predict that you can reduce by your algorithm?
Okay, for the first question, yeah, we noticed that actually that not all the food waste are actually from the cooked one. There are a lot of food waste from the crop as well. That's why in the long term, we will actually work with the groceries as well, because we think that the crops from the market also contributed a lot to the food waste. However, it'd be harder for us to reach out to the market itself because their logistic and also the system is a lot messier than restaurants in Hong Kong. So I think that's like the next step for our company to reach out. Then for the second question, sorry, can you repeat the question for the second one?
How much waste do you predict that you can reduce by your algorithm?
Okay, so far, we haven't actually made the algorithm to actually predict the food waste reduce percentage. However, we believe that by our application, because like we will link larger market to the right market, at least we can reduce them by 50%.
Questions? Okay, so thank you, Stella, for your presentation. No questions from our side. So please mute your audience. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So may I invite the next team? The team name is Subland. Yeah, the team leader is Human. Are you here?
I'm Eleni.
Sorry, Eleni. Yeah. So
No.
you are the only member to present your idea?
Yes, I'm presenting.
Okay. So please share your presentation with us.
Thank you. Please let me know when you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see that. You can start the presentation when you're ready.
Great, thank you. So hello, I'm presenting Subland on behalf of my team, Leo and Shirley. How are you feeling today? I know it's really cold in Hong Kong, so how would you feel about having a really hot cup of soup right now to feel better? A lot of people are feeling very low energy and we take exercise and supplements to feel better. But looking at human evolution, our generation is the first to not outlive the ones that preceded. So we thought of looking back at ancestral wisdom to see what's there. We thought of the Chinese herbal soup as part of a staple in Chinese cuisine and human health. However, young generation lacks connection with the herbal industry because of complexity of information as well as dated packaging. and overuse of plastic. So we did some market research. We spoke to 20 Hong Kong locals in the age of 20 to 35. All of them consume Chinese herbal soup. However, about 3 times a month on average. They particularly in favor of their functionality, convenience, and price. And while half of them prefer pre-made soup because of its ease of use, the other half enjoy to make it from scratch for originality. The soup market revenue expectation for 2021 in Hong Kong is at 487 million Hong Kong dollars. And then we're looking at our competitor benchmarking. There's 4 users in the market right now that we have identified with an average price of 56 and 40 Hong Kong dollars on average. But however, even though they offer both online and offline services, they have no tech intelligence. Our target market are people of ages 20-40 who are tech savvy and innovation fans. So Soupline is here to help customers understand the relationship between ingredients and nutrients, understand the connection they have with their farmers and where the food is coming from. And here's an example of Hong Kong farmers growing calendar. So our soup will change per week. We'll be delivering fresh vegetables depending on what's available, together with dried herbs that are used in soup. Our packaging will be eco-friendly, and there will be a barcode that they can scan that tracks them back to where the ingredient came from, who is the farmer, what's the agriculture practice, and how to actually make use of their packaging in developing the soup at home, which will also be supported with a video that explains preparation and health nutrients. So the process is a software where we diagnose their symptoms, recommend a soup, they have a trial period, and then we have a re-diagnosis and suggest another soup so they can maintain their health. We have an AI software functionality where they input the symptoms, database of literature of ingredients and nutrients, and a categorical classifier that will output what they suggest for them. So we developed a prototype where we ask the symptoms, what they want to achieve. Based on their demographic, their health status, we recommend the applicable soup. And then, of course, we're flexible to change as they like. So if they wish to change some ingredients, our AI system will inform them when they're meeting their needs in terms of protein, iron, calcium, and all the other nutrients they might need. So they have full customizability of their soup if they wish. So lastly, our soup is contributing to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals related to food that look after people's health and well-being. We're rectifying the issue of growing city population in Hong Kong and hopefully expanding other cities in the future. We're building the necessary infrastructure to have connection with farmers and customers, bringing the people closer to nature, as well as responsible consumption and production. So thank you very much. Please let us know if you have any questions.
Thank you for your presentation. So we move to Q&A session now.
Thank you.
Yeah, invite judges to ask questions.
What is your pricing model for this?
Yeah, so I have an example here. So at a weekly base price, we have 2 soups per week at 35 Hong Kong dollars per soup. If people wish to pay per month, we can make an offer for $40 for 3 soups per month, or if they want 2 soups per month, that will decrease the price to 30 Hong Kong dollars per soup.
So who will be the supplier of those soup?
We will be putting the soups together.
Okay.
Will it be delivered?
Yes, so it will work on a subscription basis, and we will be doing the manufacturing and the delivery as well.
Has the delivery cost been factored into your prices?
It has been in terms of the revenue. This is the revenue before before removing our expenses, but it's still at a very promising price that will surely allow space for our delivery price. Shirley, our team member, also owns a family restaurant for many, many years in Hong Kong. So we have good connections with delivery services and better pricing models for us as well.
So why do you think a user would use a specific app for just soups versus like a more holistic health or recipe recommendation platform?
Simply because soup is something that's very very transferable to everyday life. So if someone wants to take the soup at the office or at uni or at college, they can use our soup, which will come in an easy packaging, which could also be used in a tea bag form, which can then be strained so they then carry it to university or at work. So soup is something that's increasingly popular among populations, looking at food trends worldwide and in Hong Kong specifically. That's why we decided to focus on soup.
Are there medical research backing versus, you know, whether when you're making recommendations, claiming
Yes.
that it's symptom specific, are there research backing that one?
Yes, absolutely. So our database will be backed up with medical health practitioners, of Chinese medicine. So everything we do has to go under speculation of health experts as well and nutritionists. Perhaps I show you, this is like a timeline that we have figured. Perhaps we start developing a database and then translate it into an interface building. And once we traffic in the website, pardon?
Okay, no more questions from our side. So, okay, so thank you for your presentation.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Alice. So, may I invite the next team? The team name is Rehearse, and the team lead is Ren Ji-Qin.
Hi, I'm Melody.
Yeah. Hello, Melody. Okay, so yes, we can see your screen now. So if you are ready, please start your presentation.
Hi, I'm Melody, the co-founder of Rehearse. We're the first online music rehearsal and live streaming platform that allows anyone to play music together, anywhere, anytime. A lot of us feel isolated right now. While music has been a powerful way to connect with others, the cancellation of millions of live shows and practices has highlighted the unmet demand for technology that can connect groups of people online for music creation and sharing. The lag in current video conferencing softwares like Zoom varies for every user and can be up to 1 second. While that might slightly disrupt a normal meeting, that lag makes it impossible for people to play music together. There is no software that can sync different sound inputs in real time, and manually syncing the inputs is a labor-intensive process that can take days and even weeks. There's been many attempts by frustrated music teachers, bands, and choirs who have flooded many online forums, and the best they can do right now is either play one by one or have everyone mute themselves, or they have to wait weeks to edit pre-recorded tracks, which defeats the purpose of a group practice. This is where Rehearse comes in. Our software solves the audio delay problem by synchronizing multiple tracks in real time so that performers can hear all of their voices in sync during practices. With just a Wi-Fi connection, people from all around the world can simply log into our website and play together. Furthermore, Rehearse opens the door to live streaming from different locations with the ability to connect to social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. This way, we can restore the experience of playing together in a group and allow anyone to play music together no matter where they are. First, the conductor plays a backing track to keep everyone on beat. Then, as the performers play to the track, Rehearse processes the audio in real time so that conductors and live audiences can hear the synchronized track just a second or two later. The edited track is also recorded so that performers can hear the entire ensemble immediately after and can practice and perform to previously synchronized tracks. Cutting-edge web audio technology such as WebRTC, RTP connection, and audio worklet to synchronize the different parties' videos and audio streams in real time and to match the sounds in phase. While companies such as Zoom and Microsoft Teams have been widely used, they have no solutions for latency, and group practices are not possible. The softwares out there require highly specialized equipment and ultra-fast landlines that prevent most people from using them. Even with all their restrictions, their users have increased more than 50 times this May to 300,000 sessions per month, proving that there is a huge need out there that remains unaddressed. What differentiates us from existing softwares is that we cater to everyone, so that you can connect to our platform with just a household or even a public Wi-Fi. Our approach is a new way of viewing the latency problem, which allows anyone, from students with no specialized mics and unstable network connections, to groups who are further apart, to make music together just through our website. We believe that this past year is the beginning of a new era. People are more receptive to new technologies and new ways to connect with others. And we hope that after solving this huge need during the pandemic, we can be an integral part of every musician's daily lives. With restrictions of expensive venue costs or group members being in different locations, Rehertz can give musicians more flexibility and complement their in-person practices. We can allow any musician to collaborate together, even if they are halfway across the globe. We want anyone to be able to access our platform. Our first targets are schools, choirs, and bands in Hong Kong, and we already have over 10 groups eager to test it out. We plan on expanding to artists and musicians abroad, as well as incorporate a social feature next year. We plan on using a subscription-based pricing model with a free tier for smaller bands and premium subscription fee tiers with live streaming access for larger groups such as schools, choirs, and musicals. We have a working prototype and are preparing for our MVP and soft launch in the next 3 months. We believe that given the huge untapped need out there, we can expand rapidly once we hit the market. We are a team of music lovers and programmers with business experience and the vision and determination to make this happen. We are Rehertz, and we want everyone to be able to play music together anywhere, anytime. Thank you.
Thank you, Melody, for the presentation. So we move to Q&A session now. Invite judges to ask questions.
Hello, this is Josephine from Hong Kong Science Park. And because of the COVID-19, lots of live performance has been cancelled or postponed. And the government has made some suggestion to make it online, but many organizations say it's impossible because people going to theater is because of the theater and the live performance. And your idea is turning the musical instrument into digital and then broadcast is online. And how can you convince the theater goers that the quality will be the same?
Yeah, so there's actually been a lot of these virtual choirs on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, and they've been all pre-recorded and edited, and they've all had millions and even 10 millions of views. So we know that people want this service and they are eager to have this kind of live interaction too. And we're actually right now, because we're partnering with local kind of schools and choirs, we're testing them right now. And we believe that once we build this trust and we have a few live streaming, kind of free live streaming events, that we could kind of show these people that this is actually doable.
Okay, thank you.
Can you explain again, like how could you tackle the delay problem because of the network or the bandwidth of the?
Yeah, of course. So right now, because everyone has a different lag due to their kind of Wi-Fi connection or computer, then they're kind of coming in at different times. So what we do is that every performer will listen to a backing track and they will play according to the backing track. And what we do is that we synchronize these tracks in real time so that there's gonna be a 1 to 2 second delay for these audiences. but they're gonna hear everyone in sync because we're kind of using the backing track to adjust every track. Does that answer your question, or should I elaborate on more?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Okay.
So they say like a virtual conductor. You are using the
exactly.
backing track as your conductor.
Yep.
So I have a question regarding the market size, because the other software that you mentioned, like Zoom or other, so they are free, and then you are charging like $100 per month. So have you conduct any like market research? Is there any, I mean, people would like to pay for live streaming apps?
We haven't done a formal large scale research, but we have talked to, because our team, one of the co-founders, he's a choir lead, so he's always in contact with schools. So we have multiple contacts, and I'm in a band, so we've been in contact with a lot of schools and choirs, and they are willing to pay for the service. And we think that because a school only has to pay for one subscription, so that's actually quite affordable for a bigger organization, which is what these paid tiers are catered for. And for smaller bands, we have free services, and that kind of limits the amount of people. But we believe that that can kind of still be affordable to these different groups.
Have you planned to patent your own technology? What if Zoom or other YouTube just comes up with the same technology?
We're in the process. We're discussing with like our team about that, because this is actually, this is not the same platform as Zoom, so it's more similar to Discord. So we're kind of hoping to look for patenting. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Melody, for your presentation. No more questions from our side. So please mute your audio. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So may I invite the next team is Pika. The team leader is Tuzzle Bose. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Hello, hi.
Yeah. Hello. So please share your presentation deck to us. Yeah.
Okay. Just confirming.
So,
Can you guys see?
Yes, we can see the PPT now. So both you can start your presentation when ready.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes. Many of us take our vision for granted, but have we ever thought of the people who are visually impaired? A lot of them have to depend on others for everyday tasks, such as reading text, finding objects, or navigating. Many existing products are created without the accessibility of the visually impaired in mind. Worse yet, existing visual assistive devices are not customer-centric. This is the reality of about 175,000 people in Hong Kong. Each year, 440 million Hong Kong dollars are lost due to this inaccessibility, and the number is expected to triple in the next 4 decades. So, to enable the visually impaired to be more independent and integrated into the society, we introduce to you Peaker, a personalized interactive voice assistive device with a bone conducting earpiece. The user attaches the device onto any piece of clothing with a rotating clip and wears the bone conducting headpiece. Then they ask the device for actions such as reading text or describing their surroundings. The camera takes a picture, which is processed by our proprietary algorithm, and the audio is output through the earpiece, making the device completely hands-free and real-time without blocking any of the natural senses. The user can change settings like playback speed, volume, or upgrade to the premium version with the Peaker app. We offer 2 modes of service. The basic mode has features of text recognition and image description that helps individuals to access the visual information. The premium mode has added features such as face, color, and currency detection and navigation. Our cloud-based service allows for regular software updates. ensuring that we deliver up-to-date service simultaneously to all our clients. We would love to show you a demo of our working prototype after the presentation. The total visual assistive device market is currently $5.2 billion in Hong Kong. We are targeting the elderly users who account for 85.7% of the total visually impaired population of age 60 and above. We propose two business distribution channels. In the B2C model, the hardware is priced at $25,000 with basic features of text recognition and image description. Premium features are also available at a monthly subscription cost of $300. And in the B2B model, we consist of an all-in-one premium package priced at $30,000, with potential customers purchasing in bulk, such as NGOs, optometrists, hospitals, and caregivers. This makes Peaker a customer-centric product at an attractive price range in comparison with our competitors. In addition, our subscription-based model and personalization feature will help build a steady customer base from the already established healthcare network and associations in Hong Kong. Our gross profit margin is 62% per product, and our projected sales volume is expected to grow at a rate of 150% year on year. This is a projected 12-month milestone for the Peaker, in which we lay out the timeline for testing, designing, patent filing, R&D, and usability evaluation. We've already conducted market research with different NGOs and caregivers to understand the needs of the visually impaired population in Hong Kong. They do not want a medical device that is bulky and has the associated stigma with it. Hence, we took a lot of inspiration from them as to when we designed Peaker. Listed here are a few potential partners who would be our early adopters as we develop Peaker. We are guided by a team of leading mentors who have created their own successful startups working with the marginalized community in Hong Kong and abroad. We are Team Peaker, and we bring a range of skills to the table, to business to software and hardware development. Today, we ask for your support to further develop the Peaker technology. We aim to increase accessibility and independence for the visually impaired. We are Peaker, your visual companion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you both for your presentation. So we move to Q&A session now.
Hello, this is Josephine from Hong Kong Science Park. Can you share a little bit more about the accuracy of your technology? I ask this question because now currently on my table, there are two plastic bottles. Can you tell, one is a hand sensitizer, one is an orange juice. So can your technology, how accurate it is to help the visually impaired people to tell what kind of object is in front of them?
If I understand your question correctly, are you trying to say that whether it can detect the two bottles correctly? Is that correct?
Yeah, can you how accurate it is to water level? Because for two bottles, they can be two different things. Or can your technology can tell what they are, or just can tell what kind of object it is?
Right. So for that, I'll say that our current model that we have in our working prototype, it is trained on the COCO dataset, which has a class of around 80 different objects. In that, we can detect whether it's a bottle or it's a cup or it's a mug, like that. But then as we develop our product more and we invest in the R&D, we want to be establishing more object classes and be training on the ImageNet dataset, which is around 200 object classes. And in that case, we can actually say whether it's a Fanta bottle or it's a Coca-Cola bottle. But currently, in the span of the hackathon, our model can accurately detect whether it's a mug or a bottle or a laptop or a case, something like that.
Okay, thank you.
I think on you mentioned you did a focus group with different associations of and also people who are visually impaired. What are their major feedback on the current existing assistive devices that they have, or what are the major pain points? Why do they need to use your product?
Right. So in maybe I'll share the slide where, yes. So a lot of them, let's say, when we were talking to the visually impaired person in Hong Kong, they have mentioned that like products like TapTapSee, which is one of the very commonly used app in Hong Kong. It was made with the visual. It was made for the visually impaired people, but then the user focus was missing. Rather, the focus was more on the technology. For example, they had to point the app at the device that they want to be measuring, or they want to be identifying. Now, for a visually impaired person, that does not make sense because they do not even know what the product is. So hence, we wanted to make our product hands-free and also without blocking the natural senses. And our product will be guiding the user rather than being the other way around. This was one of the major feedback. The second feedback, as I mentioned in my slide, was that they do not want a medical bulky device that can show other people that, hey, well, I have a disability. And for when we were designing our speaker, we kept that in mind. We wanted to make it more trendy. We wanted to make it hands-free and real-time and also lightweight. So these are all of the feedback that we got from our market and user study.
Okay, I think no more questions from our side. So thank you both for your presentation again. So please mute your audio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. So may I invite the next team, which is Wisdom Guide. The team leader is Wong Man Yin.
Yes.
Okay. So Ms. Wong, please share your presentation deck.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see that. So you can start when you're ready.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Kenix from Wisdom Guide. So as we all know, in Hong Kong, we are facing a problem of rapid population aging. There is 1 in 10 elderly with dementia aged at 70 or above. And the youngest age of dementia patient is only 38. And the caregiver need to provide 24-hour family care for them. And also with increasing age population, the government may face a huge dementia elderly care cost. So our Wisdom Guide app serves as our training game platform for the young olds without full-time jobs to provide them play the treasure hunt games for dementia prevention. And through this app, we like to train the young olds' collective skills and physical strengths, reduce the dementia risk, raise the public concern for the dementia through the regular walkathons and techathons, and all the funds raised will be donated to HKADA. And here's our phototype design. And our young olds new app users can choose one of the 3 local travel routes with 3 eco-cultural and food themes. And they can use the AR function to find the treasures with QR codes of the mini games in every checkpoint. And we'll design multiple level games like photo matching, puzzle, and Sudoku games to train their different abilities. And also there are some other features like performance analysis and e-learning videos. And we compare between Wisdom Guide and other potential competitors. We find that we have more functionalities and attractiveness. And for the functionalities, we have several significant features. The first one is safe online offline games, which is we can encourage the app users to play the mini games in designated checkpoints. And the second one is a custom voice navigation system. We enable app users to hear their family members' voice navigation to cultivate their sense of belongings to the app and with the family. And for the performance analysis with professional advice, we hope that we can enable them to have our early dementia diagnosis. And the last one is the workshops. They can join some community workshops and activities to expand their social network. And for the attractiveness, we plan to apply the map APIs from the development bureau in our 3D drawing designs. And for the business model, our business model is business to consumers, B2C, and our main revenue streams include application and administrative fees from regular city hunts and walkathons, and commissions with occupational therapy assistance. And also, when we have over 5,000 app users, we can invite some potential business companies to add some virtual advertisements or sponsor some discount coupons to our app. And for the sponsorships, we decide to seek sponsorship of the discount guide tours from potential partners like Walking Hong Kong and Techathon Tour, and discount coupons from potential small medium enterprise. And for the small impacts, this Wisdom Guide app can help increase the young O's cognitive skills and physical strengths with interactive games, arouse the public awareness to the dementia prevention, and provide more financial support to HKADA. And we hope that our app can be introduced to the Hong Kong social welfare organizations and collaborate with other professional potential partners. So this is our team background, and our team, we have 5 teammates, and our team is all around. So we hope that our Wisdom Guide app can help the Hong Kong community contribute to the society. Thank you.
Thank you, Kinix. Thank you for the presentation. So we will
could you give me some time
Yes.
to call my teammates for the Q&A session?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I think your teammate can just dial in from the through the link. So they are okay to answer the questions as well.
Okay. Maybe I set up the WhatsApp call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe maybe we start the Q&A session.
Okay.
So may I invite the judges to ask questions?
Sorry, can you explain your solution a little more? I'm a bit confused. How you can use the game to the relationship between the game and dementia.
Okay. Dementia. Okay. So we like to we will design some games just like the photo matching.
Can you mute your group chat? Can you mute your group chat first, the call, because it's echoing.
Okay.
Eating.
We like to design some games just like the new old photo matching games or Sahuku games. We will through these games we will hope to change the young O's abilities like memory, attention span, motivation, and calculation abilities. We hope that we encourage the young O's to visit designated checkpoints because we hope to train their physical strengths and also play their app games to train their cognitive skills. Thank you.
Hi, I happen to encounter some of this kind of technology before, and some of those companies indeed have validation study to study if actually because your apps are claiming if you play the mini game, they do your company have such for validating as well?
Excuse me, could you repeat your question? Excuse me, could you repeat your question again?
Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have any plan to conduct any validation study to have some like evidence showing that playing the mini games can help to reduce the risk of dementia?
Okay. Maybe I pass the time to my teammates from social work to answer this question.
Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So for our app, before we fully develop the whole operational flow, we will focus on the mini game design and try to conduct some interviews with the focus group to let them try out if those mini games are really effective. And because this is like a minimal viable product, we will try to focus on the games more. And then if after the evaluation, we found it out, it's okay, it's useful. And then we will start to build other components of the app and smoothen the flow afterwards.
Okay, so I think no more questions from our side. So okay, thank you for your presentation again.
Thank you.
Next. So please mute your audio.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So I think it's the last team. The team name is Techathon, right? So may I invite Messi? Are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you, Messi. So please share your presentation deck with us.
Can you guys see the full screen?
Yes, we can see that. So you can start the presentation.
Oh, hi everyone. This is Macy from Techathon. Before I start my presentation, I want to ask you a question. What is your experience about the hospital? Is it efficient or time consuming? So today I will show you some facts. Do you familiar with these things? This is the waiting room in Hong Kong hospital. And based on some reports, it's showing that patients need to wait more than 3 years for specialist care in Hong Kong. And moreover, about the medical burden of the delayed diagnosis, it will reach around $1 million per patient. So what if the diagnosis can be made at home before it is too late? We, Techathon, developed StackCode, which is an economical household AI diagnosis system to solve the problems of long waiting time and costly medical burden. The major research and technology that we use in our products is the body sound and AI diagnosis. The body sound is different from common diagnostic criteria, such as the heart rate and blood pressure. And also the sound pattern can use for the diagnosis for certain disease. And based on other experiments, it shows that the AI diagnosis can achieve 97% of accuracy. So in our products, we include a sound sensor, which can convert the sound directly into the digital signal. And the sensor is easy to use and user-friendly. By using our software through the auscultation, we can collect the sound information from your body, and then we find a small number of representative features of the signal through the analyst, and then we classify them by dividing the signals into normal and or abnormal, achieve the function of diagnosis. And by cooperating with further means of diagnosing the hospital, we can achieve the final validation. Our software can provide a suggested diagnosis and full analysis report of your health condition. And the data will kept for the further reference when you bring to your family doctors or your next checkup. About our business model, we will build partnerships with the family doctors and the local hospital. And our revenue will mainly focus on the sale of the sound sensors and the subscription fees of our application. And our target customers will be the aging population above middle class in China. These people, they have disposable retirement pension. And in the early launch of our products, we will focus on the people who prefer the new technology. And we target the Chinese market because of its rapid growth of aging population. And our market size and future development plan. At the beginning of our business, we will target the GBA market. And in the future 5 years, we will target the whole Chinese market with 125 million potential customers. In terms of the competitors, we compare some similar products in the industry. Our products can monitor and diagnose at the same time. And our product is user-friendly, which can contain more comprehensive information about your body conditions. About the financials, we set our price as 1,000 Hong Kong dollar, which include the sensor and the application subscription fees, and which can meet our brand precision and attract more customers. Based on our calculations of the revenue and cost, in the first year, our profit will reach around 5 million Hong Kong dollars with the sales of 10,000 devices. And in the following years, by only capturing 0.2% of the whole Chinese market, our profits will reach around 1.3 billion Hong Kong dollars. And finally, we are a group of students with diverse academic background. We share the vision to Let's Deco to give users a healthy life by listening to echoes of their body conditions.
Yeah, thank you, Messi, for the presentation. The time is up, so we move to Q&A session directly. Yep. So may I invite the judges to ask questions?
Thank you for the presentation. And in your presentation, you mentioned about that the body sound. Can you elaborate a little bit more about what do you refer to?
Actually, the body sound. Let me mention an organ. Actually the heart sound, which is definitely different from your heart rate and your heartbeat. And by showing can you see the diagram for, in the right of the screen?
Diagram.
Can you see the
I
diagram?
see a bar chart with all of the icons.
Oh yeah, let me play the. Yeah, there is a diagram, and this is how the heart sound looks like. And based on the heart sound, there is different features. And then as you can see the sound of the A sound, and this is the normal sound. And you can see the following sounds, and those sounds can refer into the different disease. But if we only consider heart rate or heartbeat, they cannot tell any disease related to the abnormal value. But by showing the heart sound, we can directly define the disease. Yeah.
Hi.
Thank you.
Does your app support Chinese character or like Chinese language? Hi.
Yeah, our prototype only showing the English language right now because of our demonstration for the presentation. But if we want to enter the Chinese market, definitely we need to change all our language to the Chinese character.
Okay, so it's on your plan. Okay, so my second question is, because you mentioned that for the individual who use your apps at home, then they can actually bring the result to show to their physicians for like any follow-up. So how are you going to, I would say, like share or educate the physician on using your apps? Because they have to learn how to browse your apps. What's your plan?
I can explain this maybe.
Yeah, my teammate will help to support me.
Hi, Janice. I believe your question would be how our app is going to be synchronized with the physicians, right?
Or at least you have to have some like guideline or instruction for the physician, at least they are willing to use, and how to let them to teach them on how to use the apps and the results.
Yes, definitely. Actually, for our app, it's very user-friendly because we focus mainly on allowing the patients to have their diagnosis at home. So when they are using their sensors on themselves, we generate a report using our AI program, not only to monitor as well as giving prediction in the future. And then after we have generate this report, which is actually readable and also following the diagnosis by the major medical associations, they're actually easy to understand because the parameters we are giving is actually what the doctors are actually need to make diagnosis.
And also one question on the regulatory compliance. So because you're aiming to have like your devices for like medical diagnosis, so do you have any idea on the regulatory I mean anything that you have to comply before you actually market your product?
Hello, can you hear?
Okay. Let me repeat. Okay, yeah.
Are well aware of the regulations of these kind of diagnostic medical devices, and therefore our system and our company is actually going for a suggested diagnosis, which we not only gives a monitoring device and also give a suggested diagnosis that helps the it's actually giving a mean for the patient to communicate with their doctors so that they can have a full understanding of their body condition. And the second thing is that because we know that the regulation of these kind of diagnostic devices are actually high, and startups often go to
sorry,
hello. They often fail at FDA approval. So this would not be
yeah.
our
Sorry that we. Hello. Sorry, the time is up.
Arena.
Yeah.
Arena.
Hello. Oh, sorry, the time is up. So thank you again for your presentation. Okay. So please mute your audio. Okay. So I would like to notice all the participants that the whole session for the social impact track is finished. So some of the participants asked the same question that I want to clarify here that we only got the results from the winners this morning. So we will only give the call to the shortlisted companies just after the presentation from the previous one. So I'm sorry that some of the companies are not shortlisted. So okay, we will notice the winners from this track by give you an individual call later. So for the participants who conduct the presentation this morning, so please please look at your mobile phone. Our colleagues may call you later if you are the winners. Okay, so thank you all the participants. So have a nice day. If you have any questions, so feel free to contact us. Thank you.